What's going on, everybody? It's your boy again, Antwyone. I appreciate you guys joining me for another episode of What's in Your Studio. We're not going to waste too much time. We're going to get down to the grind. All right, so we're going to be doing, again, we're going to be looking at this lighting setup. How many times can I look at this lighting setup for you? As many times as it would take for you to register outcomes that make sense to you. So we're now going to I'm going to change up the lighting sequence here. I'm going to show you a different way to light with this Scrim. I'm going to have it overhead and I'm gonna have the light overhead as well. We're gonna build that out real quick. We're gonna show it. We're gonna show. I want to show you how you can make that work for yourself and that work for your clients. We're gonna meter. We're gonna make sure the metering is done right, right? Because if we do the metering right, the set will be right and everything will look well. So we're gonna do all that stuff here so you can have the best outcomes that you possibly can using some of the simplest pieces of equipment that's user friendly for most everyone. And this is one of the better ways I can see that can work. I love this 30 by 30 frame by Newer. They make those, and that's pretty amazing. Anyway, oh boy, let's get into it. Oh my gosh, I'm sleepy today. And we're back. We're back. We're back. So let's go ahead and get the full studio camera ready here so you guys can see that real quick. All right, so let's get this going. All right, I'm gonna bring up the lights over here in the studio so you can see that a little bit better. Move this guy out of my way. One reason I love this camera because you can do basically metering and video camera really quick. So I really like that. Really like to have that. So the setup I want you guys to kind of basically look at is this is kind of scary. So let's go ahead and do it. So we're gonna drop this light down. We're gonna angle it down, pretty much, so it can just fall just a little bit forward. I don't want it to be too down. Just fall just a little bit forward. There we go. All right, and we got to raise them up. Okay, let's gotta turn them too. Sorry, and we got to raise this guy up. The same concept to the way light is to you and your subject. It's the same thing if it's horizontally or vertical. It's the same thing. You're going to want to face up and try to do the same things that you possibly can, even though you're using different equipment. So why does this right here matter? You have every reason to be guessing that it could harm the shot. It could make the shot worse. It could not give you what you're looking for. It could get in the way. All types of stuff. So what I'm going to do is make sure I can get this light as close as I can to the subject. With using this modifier. Okay, so I'm going to turn a few things to make sure I get my modifier turned into the right area. There we go. I'm kind of doing this by heart. All right. What I'm watching is where this portion of the light is the hottest portion, because this one is where I want to be. And basically right there. So I want you guys to know that. That's where I want to be. I'm going to take a test shot here because I want to see what this light looks like. And yes, it looks exactly the way I expect it to be. But I'm still going to meter because I know where I want my light to be as I'm sitting down. And I'm going to meter it to where my head should be when I'm sitting down. That's 11, it's 13, 16, 9, and 8. So right around here is 8. So my head will be probably in 11 and 10. So I need to take my light down. Okay. All right. Let me do it. 160. I'm not sure. Let me do it again. I'll make sure I didn't change my buttons. It's 10. Okay, yeah. So metering, why am I metering vertically? Because that's where the light's falling at. So what I'm going to do is on here, I'm going to bring this light down some. Oops, wrong one. All these buttons here. Probably a stop and a half. See, because I want to be where my head is going to be. It's 10. It's 10. Still a little bright. So I'm still doing my testing. So 132. I'm gonna do it again. 10, 9. So if I was to go back here, right here, I'm right almost at a 9. Okay. So I am getting as close as I possibly can. I'm gonna do one more, and I should be pretty good. Okay. I think I should be pretty good right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick, bring this board back up into plate. All right. So, push them out of the way. Okay. Focus. My camera to focus on me. And you should see a gradient of light coming down. There it is. I am right at in the pocket where I want to be, but I could probably scoot back a little bit. And hey, what's up? I got company. I got company. Whoa! What you guys doing in here? Sorry. Yeah, looking for me. Well, won't y'all sit down in the chairs up here? Huh? Won't you sit up in the chair so you can get some shots? Huh? Who wants to sit up in the chair? I've been invaded. I've been invaded, y'all. So this is what happened. This is what happened. You got amazing opportunities to give to your loving family. You get two of everything, and we got two of these running around. That's Ollie and Teddy. You guys met my daughter the other day, so now you meet my dogs. My lady's over there hiding somewhere, Bobby. And we're gonna go. Yeah. I'm doing a video for this. I'm right the 3/4 of it. So I'm not starting over. You guys gonna get all this. I'm not starting over. All right. Sorry, babe. That's also good. It felt like I was in Christmas Story. The dogs that came out. Christmas Carol. That's what happened. All right. So I think we're at where we're supposed to be at when we're let's see here. There we go. Let's see. I moved back just a tad bit, and I like that because like I said, looking at this lighting structure, trying to figure this whole thing out for yourself, is pretty cool. I'm gonna move my camera back just a little bit so I can get a little bit more uh, in on the frame there. And back a little bit more together. If you like my portrait shots, you definitely. They're still running around, and I thought they made it through the door again. Um, we definitely want to see if we can get some shorter shots here too, because I want you guys to see what this light really can do. Now, the last thing is, what if I bring a background in? Okay. What if I bring a certain background in? I can make this look and feel something different. So, which I have a great background. Then just pop on up and be a part of the frame, be a part of the look in itself. So, with that, I'm gonna add a little bit of the distinguishment. I'm gonna give me some glasses. My glasses, huh? So I got my glasses. I mean, look, because the light shouldn't bother my glasses because it's above it, and I should be fine. There we go. Shouldn't bother it. All right. So let me see what that looks like. I'm gonna go over here. I think I went down too far on that. So I'm looking at uh some of these shots over here. It's not bad. It's not a bad shot. It's a bad pose, but it's not a bad shot. My shirt's kind of crumbled up right here. But other than that, I want you guys to see the lighting structure of that. That's not bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and hit this up. I'm going to go ahead and change this out so you guys can see the shots. I apologize. Not a bad shot. Okay. Let's go over here. My color tones are a little off because I got like a lot of blue going. I was thinking about changing my shirt or my jacket. Um, but right now, just don't worry about that right now. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna keep that on here, but I would like to, let me see if I can, see if I can do full studio. There we go. So yeah, I should be able to do that. Let's go and switch these two, or you can get full studio and you can see the picture coming out as well. So we're gonna look at this as an option um, as well. So paste that. See what that looks like. All right, so we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go here. All right, I'm gonna do my card here too because I didn't do that. I just used the gray from the gray bladder from there. So I'm gonna do my card real quick. Mercy. Okay, so where are we at? So that should be good. Throw that back in its chair. All right, cool. So since my shirt is snagging up, I'm gonna fix that real quick. Fix my jacket here, so we can get a pretty um, decent. Like I said, if I'm on my camera, it'll definitely look different. My angle, because you definitely, um, for me, I don't want to pose, um, with the weight of the picture going down. But since I'm just doing this um, because of I got this thing on a tripod there. So I'm gonna use my posing secrets on here. So, and so the cool thing I like about um, having this color in the background, even though it's pretty dark, this portion right here, the thing I will have to change is, since that was really dark and if I want to lighten it up, I need to bring it closer. So it's a little distracting to be that dark, or I want to add some more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring this guy out a little bit, and I'm gonna bring him a little bit further up so he can have some room on the table. I tell you, this stuff is live, man. I want you guys to see it the way it needs to be seen, so you can, when you're thinking about it, you're not saying to yourself, "Man, why can't I get this look the way I want to get it?" You know, I've been trying to get this certain look and I can't get it. And I want you guys to be able to, by you having access to the information you need to have. Sorry. Now, so now I have this background. It's it's a lot closer to me. Okay, it's a lot closer than it was before. So you'll see a total difference of light on this background right there. All right, total difference. I want you guys to be aware of that. So you're looking for troubleshooting the problems and problem solving if you're going to be having things. Now, I moved the wall closer to me. That means you may have to move the light and everything closer to the wall if you have a standalone wall. Okay, that's what that means. So these particular looks, they're perfect for any beauty shots. This is I would dare to say this is kind of like that Paramount lighting look that we all kind of grade to, a little bit more dramatic. So I'm gonna go to the side here, and this will probably be the best shot I can probably do when looking at this, because look at that, very very dramatic. Okay, very dramatic. It's a possibility that just having that little bit of time, a little bit of pointed energy, this makes sense to a lot of lighting scenarios. I would dare to say again, if I wasn't having to have this trigger in my hand, the types of poses I would be doing would definitely be my hand. I will have little things I can um, just make it be something that's a little bit more forceful. All sorts of things. You can be doing all sorts of things. So why why go through all this for photography? Why go through all this for lighting? Why go through all this for what you think you may do, think you may not do? Um, why do you want to do this to yourself? And I don't have a great answer other than this. If you love photography, you're gonna have to love doing all the hard work it takes, all the practice it takes. So imagine me trying to figure this out with my client in the room. Imagine me thinking about all these things, these moving parts, while I have a hair and makeup in the room, when I have the models in the room. You don't have time. This is the type of stuff you write down. You get into your books over here. I'll be back. You get into your books and you start making your notes. All right. You start drawing out what it means, how it means, what it feels like. Okay. And one of the coolest things you can do is basically take a square, draw a square right here. Oh, it's on this side. Sorry. Draw a square. And that square is the picture that you see as you as a photographer. So for me, I got to have my camera right here. No, you guys can't see that. No, there's too much light on it. I'm trying to mess around with it. I have my camera right here at the bottom of the line. I know my light structure is right here, my scrim, right? And I have my light. And then you write those things in. 8-inch reflector. Modifier. Down here, this is your camera. Okay. Gray wall. It's right in the back. Subject. Put a square or circle. I like put subject with a T, a box and a T. This is my subject. Okay. And this is a sitting pose. It could be on a box, a chair, whatever it is. Okay. It's a sitting pose. So, and then I have my scrim, and I'm gonna draw the scrim 30 by 30, and then I'm gonna put Paramount lighting style. And what I can do is I can take one of my pictures. I can take one of my pictures, print it, and put it right here. Put it right there. So now I have everything I need to know that what it's going to take for that to happen. But the other things you write down on the side or at the bottom, you said this was F. You write down your camera. I was at F1, F8. I was at shutter speed 1/60th, and I was at ISO 100. So I know exactly where my camera is going to be at, and that light was at, since I know those lights, at a 32nd of a stop. Okay, that's all I need because I know my measurements, my Paramount lighting style, everything else, all those things, or any other notes, how I angled, whatever. You put that down in your book. You have your picture in there. You have your look out there, and it'll give you, next time you want to do a Paramount look, sitting look, you have everything you possibly need and then some. Okay, this is a game. This is the playbook you have to make for yourself. All right, you are not going to um, you are not going to think that this is not for you. This is for everybody. It makes sense for everybody. I'm gonna go check a look at this one. I really do like this one. This one kind of, I like this one too. All right, that one got kind of sitting up, sitting back a little bit. Face kind of squished up on that one. I know if my daughter's in here, she'd be talking about me. Side profile. So I think I kind of like this one. So I'm gonna rock with this one here. I'm gonna do a layer, not layer, but I'm gonna do an image, and I'm gonna go to my favorite thing is in Photoshop over here. It's not too much I got to fix in here. You guys remember that guy? So I'm just gonna go into filter, camera raw filter. I'm gonna go ahead and straighten it out real quick. Make sure I'm good. I do an automatic first, and then I look at my eyes because I want to have a little more verticalness. Since my camera was down a little bit, I'm gonna kind of make myself a little bit taller. So, and then I'm gonna do an aspect, do a little bit of aspect to kind of straighten that portion out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and scale up a little bit. That should be right there. Then you can offset from the left to right, kind of make what makes sense to you. Scale a little bit more. There you go. And I'm also come up with just a little bit right there. All right. So I'm not gonna do too much as far as like a editing style. I just wanted to do some shaping and do some quick little changes using. I'm gonna go ahead and get that rid of the microphone. Generative fill. I'm just gonna clear that all the way out so it can be off of the clothing line, off of the picture itself, and make sure everything is good to go. I don't know if I did my update yet. I'm not for sure. I don't know if I did. No, that second one is good. And I'm gonna go down here to my next one here. See my belly here? See all these creases? So I'm gonna look at all of that, and I'm gonna see if I can get something that looks a little bit better. And generative fill will probably have something automatically looking a little bit better than. I can add buttons to this. I can do all types of crazy stuff to it, but I just want to see it get rid of all the wrinkles inside. Oh, give me a little abs. Oh, okay. That wasn't real, but all right, that looks good too. Boy, look at that boy. Ooh, see what number 3 looks like. Okay, I'm gonna do number 2. That's I'm gonna give myself some abs. There we go. Some abs. Abs. Oh, abs. Let me clean this portion up here. I don't know what's going on right there. You can happen. I wasn't trying to do that, but I was trying to clean up my shirt, and it's just cleaned it up that way. Don't think like I'm trying to do that. Trying to deceive the deceivers, but I say I'm trying to do what I gotta do. Boy, I gotta do what I gotta do. All right. So we got that taken care of. Make sure all that's good. My jeans is good. Looks no, there you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and flatten this up here real quick. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna flatten that real quick. Layer, flatten that up real quick. I'm gonna get rid of the spot. One thing you guys got to know: sometimes you go to places with your lens. That's why you got to be very careful. A small scratch, that's what happens. For me not to spend another $2,000 for a lens, I'm gonna have to deal with that little scratch for a very long time. And if not anything, I'm okay with it. All right, so we got a pretty good, decent picture here of this guy. Only other thing, let's go here, layer, flatten. And I'm just gonna go over here and I'm gonna save it to here, and I'll take it back to Capture One. So I'm gonna open up Capture One again, and you guys will see the before and after. So let's go ahead and pull it down. So that's the before, that's the after, before, after. Boy, look at the boy. I sucked in a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. All right, so that's the before and after of that. So how can you color grade this in itself? One of the things I always look at is, look, at my temperature is very warm, but we did a card, and that's one of the things you want to do. You look at your card, okay? You go to the picture of your card, um, and you go over here to your. You can do it in many ways. I can do it right here. I can grab my pen tool right here, and I can do my coloring there. Okay, so now do copy. All I gotta do is hit my top arrow and go back down to the picture I want to work with. I can do all of them. I'm gonna do this one, and I'm gonna hit apply. So it's a little bit warmer. It's a little bit warmer than it was before. So I'm gonna go back because I kind of like the way the other one looked. So it's already styled into it. And that's the reason why I did, because I tapped on the gray one, this back gray, and that's why it did that. It gave me that color, which I was like, I like that. All right, so adjustments, you can go into the adjustments and you can play around with adjustments, and always doing that little sweet little S curve always does a little bit for your image, and giving yourself some separation if you want to do that. Let me see here. I work better with all my separation stuff in Photoshop right now. I'm still learning in Capture One. I know how to do it in Capture One with all the layering, but this one is just faster. It really is. Um, Even though I'm going to a whole different program, it is just extremely faster for me. Because since I've used these so much, I don't have to create layers when I do this, but on there, for me to fix anything, I have to create a layer. This does it for me automatically. So I hope that's an update that they make in Capture One. So here, and also too, an invert button, and make sure that works out in Capture One. I would love for that to be there too. And if I want to go ahead and do it in just a color, just a small, because I don't want the whole gray board um, to be lit. Basically, I would like to light it. Have it looking a certain way myself. So that's why I'm doing this way. And also too, I'm going to bring some highlights up, high key lights up for myself. All right. And I'm gonna go back up here, and I'm gonna go one more thing that both which definitely love, both um Capture One and Lightroom here has this feature. So this is my skin tone, but you can see it was a little bit orange, just kind of like punched in orange, so it doesn't look natural. And that's just me changing a little bit of my skin tone. So this is before and after look. Let's go ahead and toggle that. So that's just a before and after look. One side's a little bit more just like you would get out of your camera, a little bit more orange. Doesn't look natural in itself. So, and you definitely want to kind of change that. So if I want to make something look a little more symmetry, since I have the blue and the gray, I'm going to look at my tones here, and I'm just going to really engage um, inside of the actual blues, and kind of give myself a little bit, and also to into the yellows, and kind of give myself a different, just a beautiful kind of look. And I always kind of, I love giving them just a little bit of magenta. I don't know why that's always on me. I just like doing it for my midtones sometimes with my skin, so I'm not so orange. Okay. That maybe it was a little bit too much magenta. A little bit too much magenta. So I'm gonna bring that back over here. Okay. So, and then you can play around with the blending and the balance right here to kind of figure out how you want it as well. You can always play with that. You guys got it. I mean, be okay with color. Be okay with changing things and getting people to kind of look at your image a certain way. And don't be afraid. Just don't be afraid to go there with certain things. I'm gonna bring in a little bit more highlights to the whole picture itself. Um, and I'm gonna pretty much leave everything else good to go. So I'm hit again. You can see the difference between the two images. I'm hit OK. Now this is just a. I can put texture on this background. I can leave this background full. I can leave this all as tall as I want. So um, file, hit save. Again, everything I just did, it will take it back to Capture One, and you can see the image there. They gave me two. Where's the second one at? There it is. So that's the second one. Okay. So this is, you still got the first one you did without all the retouches that you just did, and you have this one here. So you have them saved, both saved. So if you figure that you don't like what you just did, you can kind of make it work. So this makes sense to me. I really like it. One of the things I love about Capture One too, here they have a refine tool. So if you really do want to kind of clean up a little bit, not the refine tool, I'm sorry. They have your blemishes. So you can remove some of your blemishes on your face, because dark circles and things like that. Because my eyes, since it's overhead lighting, even out the skin, things like that, you can contour a little bit too. You can kind of see the before and after of that. And I'll go ahead and blow this up just a little bit so you guys can see that. Sorry, I'll go back. Do, 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 do. There we go. What the hell is that? There we go. So on the skin side here, you can start to clean those things up. Dark circles, even out skin, and a little bit of contouring. So in itself. And now as you see, that's the before, this is the after, before and after. Okay. And that is that. Oh, well, that's not the right one. Which one am I on? What do I do with my picture? That's that one. Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. I was like, what the heck just happened? All right. There we go. So they did all the cleanup. I don't know what I just did. I think I just clicked on the wrong one. So there we go. So the before and after of the skin. It's giving the skin just clean up, just a quick little cleaning in itself. All right. So we got that. So I'm gonna take that and export this picture in itself. So hit file, export. Go ahead and export this one. So, and that's it. So you've done all you can do for an image. You've done everything for you for the setup. So let's go ahead and recap what we talked about. This is a long video, and I don't care that it's long. I don't care. I want you to have what you're supposed to have. If you watch it this long, you're getting better at your photography. you're getting better at what you want out of your photography. Because again, I'm not having you try to create like me. I just want to give you some ideas. I'm giving you the tools to use so you can not be so pressure to not use it. Now, you don't have to get this particular light meter. You can get whatever meter works for you. I just got this because I used this from my school when I went to photography school. Because I did. Well, people say, "Did you go to school?" Did some people's hard knocks? I did both. Okay, I knew what I knew, and then I had to go learn what I didn't know, so I can know what I know. Okay, and I didn't know about these before, right? You know what you know until you know, and then but you say, "Well, I can meter inside my camera." Yeah, you can. You can do all those things. But if you have tools to make it quicker, I like that. We talk about making sure you're having a plan, making sure knowing how to make your own dictionary, basically your own encyclopedia. And this is a quick way for you to do it. Okay. You can do this also too on your phone. You can do this on your phone, or your iPad, or your computer. You don't have to do it here. And what that probably be easier for you to do. I'm just so used to analog. Okay. And I'm okay with that. Right. We talked about the card. We talked about white balance. We talked about positioning of the light. Okay. We talked about position of the camera, the lens. We talked about adding the background, why the background needs to be closer or further away. We talked about all those things so you can make your image look the way it can look, or if not even better. We talked about all those things. All right. So if you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out to me on my website, Antwyone Photos. Please go subscribe here to the channel if you like everything that you just learned. Like and subscribe and share. This is how people get to the information. This is how people get to know who I am, is that I'm doing this here for you for free. Okay? It's fun. It's fun for me to do. And I'll keep doing it because I'm a studio photographer and I love working inside my studio, because my studio gives me the maximum amount of opportunities to create some amazing and beautiful lights. You just saw me do an overhead drop down light inside the studio. And yes, I can do this standing up, okay? Which I'm gonna show you. All right. And just imagine if I had somebody sitting on the floor with the same lighting setup, how much beautiful that light will come off from the background. You have this open, this big paramount of lighting. I'm telling you, I can do all those things. You guys gotta stick around. We're gonna be doing those things for you. All right. I don't got nothing else, man. I'm out. Enjoy your weekend.